Good evening. Welcome to RPTV News, coming to you live on this Wednesday. It is Wednesday, March 13th. We're almost halfway through the month of March already. It's hard to believe, isn't it? But we're coming to you live tonight from the JK Auto Repair Studio, where JK Auto Repair is a full-service car care provider located in Ozark, Missouri, 2301 Selmore Road. Give my buddies John King and Zach Jones a call, 417-581-2004. Man, get in there and let them take care of your car before you make any trips this year. I promise you will love doing business with JK's Auto Repair. When you get that car all fixed up, one of your first trips ought to be to Butterfield, Missouri, Twister Alley Raceway. They've got a big weekend headed up. I'm going to tell you about it again. Ian Wiedenbaker, you should be going to this. Coming down this Saturday, it's going to be a swap meet and some test and tunes. So there's going to be karts. This is going to be a perfect event, whether you are an established racer, whether you're looking to get into racing, whether you've dipped your toes into it a little bit and think you want to get into it a little more. Great opportunity to pick up some parts, maybe sell some of your old equipment to somebody who's just now getting started, maybe the stuff you used, help out some of the new people and get some help from some of the others themselves. So great opportunity this weekend at Twister Alley Raceway in Butterfield, Missouri. For all that information, go to their page, Twister Alley Raceway. Of course, they're always tagged here on this. You can just... a lot of times people do hashtags. I kind of like doing the @ so that you don't have to search it yourself. You just tap it and boom, Bob's your uncle. You're right there at the page. So Twister Alley Raceway this weekend. Our sponsors, JK's Auto Repair, Twister Alley Raceway, Austin Aziz, AAA Racing, Team Aziz, South Fork Ranch Spirits, Hannah O, Realtor Broker at Home Sweet Home Realty, Down to Earth Lawn and Landscaping, the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame, and the Titans, a 10-5 drag race series. Well, I forgot to tell you about this last week. We got our shirts in. This was a big topic with the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame page, and I know there's a lot of crossover, thankfully. If you bought a medium or large Hall of Fame shirt at the event and it had the vinyl entire piece and made it one big, they were kind of, it was almost like having the old underoos where they had one whole big thing on there. If you're old enough to remember those, I still wear mine. So we got the new ones in, and all of the what's in black is all dropped out. So it's just a minor bit of vinyl. The colors look great on them. I've had really good luck with them. I know that some people were concerned about that they would crack and fade. Turn it inside. I'm going to tell you how to do laundry. I do the laundry here, so just turn the shirt inside out, and if you have any concerns about drying it, tearing it up, hang it up to dry. But I've washed mine 5 or 6 times, and it still has that vibrant a color. So if you got one of those shirts and you want a replacement, send me a DM, and I will get that shirt to you. And once we get those all taken care of, we have more. I'll be selling those at a discounted price. So if you bought a 5th Annual Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame shirt in medium or large, let me know and I'll get you a replacement. Some news about Mocan Dragway. Smocan and Mocan been there since 1962. This is the 62nd year of Mocan. Unbelievable, the history there. Mocan is now proud to be a World Drag Racing Alliance member track. This is a really big deal to be part of the World Drag Racing Alliance. I'm really happy for them. Combined with when you're right here in the Ozarks, you're really lucky. You've got Mocan over in Asbury, so just hour-and-a-half drive west of Springfield, and then you can go east on 60, 45 minutes, and hit the great Ozark Raceway Park that Craven Moore runs that and does a fantastic job. Miss Peggy Moon, I'm so glad to see you here. It's always a good time when Miss Peggy Moon shows up. Good to see you. Love you, darling. So again, want to extend some congratulations to Mocan on being accepted in as part of the World Drag Racing Alliance member track. So that's big news. Speaking of big news, this is way beyond my modest education here in racing, so I'm just going to touch on it a little bit. The World of Outlaws Late Model Series. This has been all over your Facebook feed. If you've seen anything about tires and cheating and all this, here you go. Bobby Pierce has been suspended and fined for failing his tire test from Volusia. That's the track in Florida. Bobby Pierce suspended, fined, for failing the tire test. So here is kind of how this started. There's, quote, "There's a lot of competitors expecting you to do the right thing." World Racing Group CEO Brian Carter discusses the penalties given to Bobby Pierce, Kyle Bronson, and Devin Moran after failed tire tests from the Dirt Car Nationals. Those are three big names. World of Outlaws competitor Nick Hoffman's thoughts. You can watch this on, let's see, I guess that's tomorrow night on Dirt Vision. I'm not familiar with where that is, but those three drivers were all involved in this. I didn't get that cropped. So that's the picture I meant to share you. So Dirt Vision, where does it say where that's at? I don't know. I'll try to find that and get it posted. So the World of Outlaws in this Case Construction late model, all this, they've issued a suspension and fine for late model driver Bobby Pierce for failing tire test after competing at the World of Outlaws late model event in February, a month ago, at Volusia Speedway Park. A tire sample was taken after completion of the feature at the event and sent to an independent laboratory for testing of chemically altering substances in the tires in a comparative analysis. I'm telling you, those are big words for a guy with just a high school education. The test revealed the tire did not match or conform to the benchmarks provided by Hoosier Tire Company, and an additional analysis verified the primary laboratory findings. Due to the violation, Pierce has been disqualified from the event and fined $8,400. $1,000 is the fine, $400 for the tire analysis fee. So what I take from that is if they test it and you don't fail the test, you don't pay. If you do fail the test, you're paying for it. So $1,400 there, and then a loss of the $7,000 in prize money from that event, and suspended from all World Racing Group events for 30 days or the next 4 completed events in the World of Outlaw Late Model Series schedule, whichever occurs latest. Also, a loss of 294 series owner and driver points for the season. This is a huge hit to them. And the reason they add this in here, the group, no racing for 30 days. Well, if there's no racing scheduled for 30 days, you'd say no big deal. But you're going to miss 4 events either way. This is what the rules say. Number 1, any member that attempts and is found to be using tires that are found to be illegal in any manner will be subject to disqualification and or fine and or suspension and or loss of points and or any other action deemed appropriate by World Racing Group supervisory officials. Number 2, the minimum penalty for any tire that does not meet the benchmark will be as follows: disqualification from the event, a fine up to $1,000 or 1,000 championship and track points, return of all purse and or reward money from the event, and a fine up to equal the purse money awarded for the event with a minimum fine of $2,000. So that $1,000 fine could have been much higher. A minimum suspension of 1 month, 4 races, any cost incurred for the testing, that's at $400. The penalty, including fine and suspension, may include the driver, crew chief, car, and car owner, as stated in the penalty notice. Chemical alterations such as vulcanizing, tire softening, defacing, and or altering the face of the tire lettering and or tire stamping will not be permitted. Chemicals or tire softening is not permitted at any time. What they're saying, as long as there's been competition, there's been cheating. Whether it was something like this, I can remember the first thing comes to mind is back in the old days playing softball. Guys you bring your own softballs, guys would put them in the oven for a while, bake them so they got really hard and they would really fly. That was a way to cheat, just a little bit. Doing stuff like this, they're vulcanizing it, they're putting some chemicals on them so that they grip a little better. Well, they've got some sort of test they do now, and it's serious business. It just cost $8,400 for this driver, and a couple others are going to be fined also. So if you're seeing something about tires, no soaking the tires, no chemicals and cheating, that's what it's about. They are going to crack down big time on tire altering. NASCAR Cup Series news. Well, not much to talk about, so let me tell you, this is the cars. Once in a while, when we're a little light on subjects, we'll figure out what cars are racing this weekend, and I'll tell you which ones I like and which ones I didn't. Ross Chastain will be driving the number 1 Busch Light Fission Chevrolet. Now, that is pretty cool. It's ugly, but it's kind of cool. So you got the big bass jumping right there out of it. I can see there. You can see it pretty good. Oh yeah, there you go. That's pretty good. So the Ross Chastain, I'm going to put that at the top of my list of good-looking cars for this week. Justin Haley will drive the number 51 O'Hanafy Ford. I thought that was kind of sharp. I hadn't seen that paint scheme. I gave that one a thumbs up. This one also has a fish on it. I just noticed, and I think is absolutely horrible looking. Daniel Suarez will drive the number 99 Jockey Outdoors. Oh, not a good time for this. The Luke Bryan Bassmaster Classic Chevrolet. Boy, that is not a name I wanted to see today. Daniel Suarez driving the 99 Jockey Outdoors by Luke Bryan Bassmaster fish thing. He's got a fish on. I can't even look at that now. I didn't see that it had his name on there, so I would have gave that a thumbs down anyway. This one is another one of those cars that I thought was really awesome looking. I'm not a big fan of him, but I really like the look of this car. William Byron will drive the number 24 Liberty University Chevrolet. I like that a lot. I think that's a good looking car. Moving over to the Truck Series. No Xfinity this week. The Truck Series, one of the best looking trucks out there, I think, is William Sawalich driving the number 1 Starkey Sound Gear Toyota. Great looking paint scheme. I dig that one big time. Always like this one. Corey Himes, number 11 Safelite Toyota. Great looking. And they have very similar number 1s. I wonder if they're owned by both Toyota. They both have that similar font there on the 1s. Another great looking one. This hurts me to say. The worst looking truck of this week will be the Kyle Busch number 7 Group 101 Chevrolet. I have no idea what a Group 1 number 7, what the Group 101 is, but that paint scheme is awful. I don't know who said, let's do, I was thinking gray and sky blue and salmon. That would make a good looking truck, right? No, that is an ugly truck. Moving over to birthdays. Birthdays today brought to you by ORP TV. If it's racing, you know it's right here on ORP TV. And Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. Let me tell you, if you're looking to buy, sell, add to your portfolio, if you're even looking to rent, they have a ton of rentals. They can even get you hooked up with some Airbnbs. They've got it all. Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates, Renee Frizzell and Hannah O can guide you through the entire process, make it pain-free and enjoyable. Birthdays today, Skylar Looney, Amanda Smith, buddy of mine used to work at the Springfield Police Department, Mr. Bill Woods. Happy birthday. Hope you all had a great birthday today. It's a beautiful day. Coming up tomorrow, Bobby Davidson with a birthday. On Saturday, Sarah Calvert, Sam Steiner. She's one of my mentors at work, and I think the world of her. She's up in, Manuka, Illinois. And from the Missouri Motocross Hall of Fame, Donnell Shiflett, who unfortunately is not with us anymore, but we'll certainly be thinking about him. So happy heavenly birthday, Mr. Donnell Shiflett. On Sunday, Caitlin Daly, I miss her. She was a great ATV racer. Caitlin with a birthday. On Monday, Mandy McCoy, Aaron Poe. This guy should be announcing in the WWE. He is a great ring announcer. Ben Simon, and also Cindy White, all of them with birthdays on Monday. And Tuesday, Tyler Show. And happy birthday to all of you from ORP TV and Home Sweet Home Realty and Associates. Now here's a look at your weekend race weather, brought to you by Down to Earth Lawn and Landscaping. I'm telling you, this is the time to start getting your plans made for whether you need that patio built or poured, deck built, foundation, you need a retaining wall, whatever it is. Down to Earth Lawn and Landscaping does top-notch work. 417-893-9343. Tomorrow, get through the day okay. It's going to be 76, but then it's going to be a cool front coming in because it's only going to be 58 on Friday. And what's that mean? That means there's going to be some thunderstorms overnight. So rain tomorrow probably when you get off work or maybe as you're going to bed. But then Friday, cloudy, only 58. But then we're going to start getting a little better. Saturday, 65, mostly sunny. And Sunday, 55, partly cloudy. Mostly sunny and partly cloudy are the same thing, I always have thought. Racing this weekend, Friday night, test and tune. Hopefully the track will be dried out and get some test and tune done at Springfield Raceway. Arena Cross is going to be in Salem, Virginia. Kicker Arena Cross. You can, of course, check that out on arenacross.com. Saturday, got some special events at 81 Speedway. It's the Godfather 150 Enduro. And Springfield Raceway Saturday has the CCSDS. And I'm drawing a big blank on what that stood for. And somebody else will know. But racing at Springfield Raceway Saturday night. Test and Tune Saturday. Electric City Speedway. Lebanon I-44. That's right. Lebanon I-44 with Test and Tune. Nevada. Tri-State, Tulsa Speedway, and Valley Speedway, all with test and tune on Saturday. Emma Indoor Raceway has quad race number 10 up in Emma, Missouri. Drag strips, it's that time, Saturday test and tunes, Centerville, Ozark Raceway Park, and Tulsa Raceway Park, test and tunes. And Sunday, it's bracket racing. They're getting started at Mocan. Make sure you tell them you heard about their new membership and congratulate them. So bracket racing starting up at Mocan this week. Moving over to the pro scene. Indianapolis, Indiana. It's the last race of the 250 East for a little while. 450, 250 East. That's at 6 o'clock on Peacock. Saturday night, the Craftsman Truck Series from Bristol, Tennessee. 7 p.m. on FS1. And the Cup Series 2:30 on Fox on Sunday. Let's talk about some top fans. Who's our top fans this week? Well, Heather Van Cleves keeps her spot at number 1. Summer Aziz right there second. Gary Stiver, Mr. Stiver, I saw him here earlier. Hello, sir. Moving up to 3. Mom, I don't know. I guess she's just got me on her pay no mind list because she's fallen to number 4. My buddy Jeff Cowden is on the list. Don Finney, Tony Cope from Twister Alley Raceway. Miss Peggy Moon. Oh, my heart. Miss Peggy Moon there. My buddy Chad Brixey. And Skylar Kent, a newcomer to the top 10 list. Thank you all so much. And let me show you. We've had a really good last 3 months here. The last 90 days. Let me show you. I'm pretty proud of this. Our net followers has gone up 432. We're up 194% this month. Our engagement up 333% at 107,000 people engaging with us. The content published, I didn't publish quite as much stuff, so down just a little bit, but look at this. How many people is ORP TV reaching in a 3-month period? 1.2 million fans. Boy, if I had $1 for each one of those fans, if I had a penny for each one of those fans, I'd be ecstatic. So I'm just happy to have them. So 1.2 million people checking out ORP TV over the last 90 days. Thank you so very, very much. I think I told you about this on Sunday. I'm going to say this, and I'm very close to this situation, so I'm pretty passionate about this, and I'm going to, out of respect for my aunt and my cousins, I'm going to keep my personal feelings about this out of it and just tell you that it's day 5. My cousin's son, Riley Strain, is still missing in Nashville, Tennessee. Last seen You've seen the videos by now. They're making it's world news at this point, which is frankly very surprising. You don't see a lot of missing men stories get this kind of attention. So hopefully it will be of some benefit to get this kind of coverage. But Riley Strain is still missing. If you have any information, right now they're scaling back the physical search and checking a lot of security footage and trying to find that. I just read that story moments before I went to this, before we came on the air, and that story was just 15 minutes old. So in the last hour, the focus is changing to video to see what they can find out. 1.2 million people over the last 3 months, 90 days. If you're anywhere near the Nashville area and you saw anything, if you've heard anything, if you know anything, if you have an idea, if there's something you can do to help, anything, I beg of you, call the Metro Nashville Police Department, 615-862-8600. I don't know any more than anybody else. I'm not privy to any special information. I'm reading a lot because of it, but what I can tell you is always be safe, be cognizant of where you are. If you have boys that are out going to bar age, let me tell you, this is a new thing that's going around. Date rape drugs have been around for a long time. Drop them in a girl's drink, she passes out, she's vulnerable to whatever. Apparently, now what's happening, you see some guy, he's got some money, got a watch, got jewelry on. Instead of going up and trying to physically take his items or hold him up with a weapon, they're dropping date rape drugs in the guy's drinks. When they pass out, then they take stuff. It's a very serious situation. It's very, very dangerous. So if you or someone you know is at the age that they go out, keep an eye on drinks and use that buddy system. Even if you're a 6'6" college student with buddies with you, watch out for each other. I'm heartbroken, and I'm going to keep my fingers crossed, keep sending that love and positive vibes that this will have a happy resolution and that Riley will be back home with his parents and friends and family. Thank you so much for joining us here on ORP TV. If you have anything you'd like to talk about, if you got a birthday, you got an anniversary coming up, whether you have just some special event in your life, if you're excited about it, I guarantee you I'm excited about it, and I want to tell everybody. Send me a message, orptvmedia@gmail.com, or shoot me a text right here. I'll answer it, 417-872-9854. We'll be back here Sunday night. We'll be telling you about who won, hopefully who won at Bristol with the Cup Series, telling you about motocross and some of the events going on. So it's about that time. Get out to Twister Alley Raceway. I will have that posted up again with the information about the swap meet, Twister Alley Raceway this weekend swap meet. It will be posted. Go out there and check that out and tell them you heard about them here on ORP TV. I love you all. For God's sakes, please be safe. Take care of each other. We'll see you Sunday night. For ORP TV, I'm Stag. Love you guys. From the Hollywood side in Los Angeles, California, I'm Stag, and you're watching ORP TV.
Goodbye. See you next time.